Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I actually wanted to film like a reaction video to 17, is it Fire or Fear? Like the new music video that came out. I wanted to do a reaction video to that, but then I was like, you know what? No. Today I actually want to talk to you guys about something that has been into my life and has been coming in, coming out, you know, like the boys. It's actually confidence and how to appreciate the body that you came in, how to appreciate your face, your features, how to play with them, and how to make you feel even better about yourself when you feel really down, or I don't know, like loving yourself in general. I am by no means like expert in that. It's not my profession, but I thought, you know what, why not? Today I actually have had a really like bad day. I won't say bad day, I did it to myself, okay? The story is that today we are what? 24th of September? I'm not even looking at the date. Yeah, my screenshot is my baby, my baby crush since birth. And I had this old plan in my head where I'm still living in my parents. I came back and left my apartment when it was my apartment. I was like living with roommates back in August of 2018 was the last month that I was living with my roommates, and then I left and lived with my ex-boyfriend, boyfriend at the time, which was the worst idea ever. Do not live with someone, especially with boyfriend, if you only know him for 2 weeks, girls and boys, okay? Biggest mistake ever. Especially like if you live in a city or if you live somewhere that is actually like you can travel on your own, like you can use like public transportation or you have your own car or stuff, then okay, go for it. But I lived in a city where there was nothing and I was like depending on him to take me some places, which was horrible because he was working every day like terrible hours. He was like a big gamer like me, but like even bigger gamer than me. So I was actually alone all the time, and okay, we're not going to talk about that, but I came back and lived with my parents again. I am someone that is really stressed, really nervous. I have a lot of anxiety. I don't mean like this to be quirky or like special girl. No, I mean like it's terrible. It's actually like a really big disease. I cannot live. It's like holding me from so many things and it's horrible. If you have anxiety and fears and stuff, then you know. I have anxiety, stressed every day, and on top of that I also have the fear of the unknown, the fear of people, of like being on my own, being alone. Like all these fears are in me, and not in a good way. So in my head I was like, okay, I'm living with my parents. Next year I'm going to be 25, and at 25 I will start, like when I say next year I mean like in January. So I was like, you know what, we are in September, almost October, I can wait October, November, December, take time with my family, and in September I will go and start getting my driver license, because I already have the test that you take before actually starting driving. And in my head I was like, okay, so you're going to get it, then you're going to buy your car, and then you're going to get a job at the city, take your dog with you and live in a house, and everything is going to be great. Yeah, so that was awesome, you know. Except yesterday I was looking at job like on the internet, and I found this job in a store, and it's like, 'cause I don't know, I was like, okay, I want to go and apply for it. So I applied for it, but on the website it says that you need to go directly in the store to give your curriculum and stuff. So I was like, are you really going to do it? Because if they say yes, in my head it's like you cannot back up. You cannot back up from this job if they say yes and if they take you. And so I started looking at like roommates and like apartments, and I'm like, I don't have any money, so how am I going to pay? So now I'm stressed because it's like, okay, you did it to yourself, you could have waited, but I wanted to do that. So on Thursday, yes, I need to go to, I'm going to travel to the city and apply for the job, and then I'm really stressed about that, but you know, it's my own fault. What I want to talk about this is, I don't even know why I'm talking about it. I do want to talk to you about body positivity and loving yourself and all that good stuff. So first thing first is you need to actually start loving yourself without any makeup, or without any filters, or without any kind of like Photoshop and stuff. Because if you only like yourself when you have a filter on, or if you only like yourself when you have makeup on, if you only like yourself when you Facetune and Photoshop your pictures for Instagram or Facebook or whatever, MySpace, this is not good. Because it only means you love yourself when you are not yourself, when you are different. And I don't mean like in I'm different, like I don't mean like different, I don't know how to say it, but like, you know, it's not who I am in real life. Like if people saw me in real life, they will see that my pictures and me are completely different. And I know that for myself, I do not like to Facetune or Photoshop my pictures. First of all, I don't know how to do it without people noticing. And also, most of the people on my Instagram are friends that know me in real life, so I feel like I'm cheating. Like I feel like people are going to be like, what the fuck, like your butt, or yeah, you're not as skinny, or like you're not as well like rounded in real life, so we know it's fake. So I don't want people to comment to me like, you Facetune your pictures, you're a liar, bitch. When I was in high school, not in high school, when I was in school, when I was like 15 and less, I remember that I used to love filters like black and white, or like sepia, which was a big filter at the time, but I loved like stuff like that, you know, smoothing your skin and stuff. I loved it because at the time I was not wearing any makeup, I was too young and I didn't know how to apply it. And my mom was not going to buy me makeup at 15, bitch. And also I didn't like my acne, I didn't like my skin, I didn't like that I was big. My entire life I was always the bigger friend, like I was always the chubby fat friend, that's how I was called. And that was because I was mostly developed than most people at that age. Everyone was like skinny and flat, and I was not skinny and I was not flat. My boobs came at age like 10, and I'm like a double D or E if you live in France. I remember that people used to call me like names, and I was always the fat funny friend, you know what I mean? So at a really young age, I hated myself from the beginning of time. And I started loving myself when I stopped going to school, because I dropped out in 2013. When I stopped going to school, I started to like myself a little bit more every day, because I was not surrounded by skinny people and like rules of being beautiful and stuff. And at the time, on Instagram, it wasn't like Instagram back in the days was not Instagram today. You did not see any like fitness Fitbit girls like with big booties and like skinny waist. That was not the case at the time, so people actually didn't care about that. But then Instagram started getting worse, and I had a job at H&M, and that's where everything went downhill. There was this girl that was older than me, and she was the visual, not the visual like in K-pop, but like she was responsible for the mannequins and, you know, like the front of the store. And she was the meanest girl ever. She made my life a living hell, and I'm still like not fully recovered. She was mean. She talked crap about me, and she talked crap to me, and everyone working with me was like, oh my god, what did you do? Like, what did you do to her that made her talk to you like that and stuff? And I was like, I don't know. I actually don't know. Today, I think that I know why. It's because at the time when I had my interview, the manager said, come to the store as you are. You can have tattoos, pink hair, dressed as a grungy girl or whatever. We like that. We like different people, we like new people, we like different styles. We like that. That makes our store special, I don't know. So I was like, okay, so I guess I can wear whatever I want. So I started wearing stuff that I liked, like dresses. I started wearing shorts, jeans, skinny tops, you know, stuff that make my body look good. I don't know, she probably like was not having it. I'm showing too much like skin, I don't know. Like I was like, I would wear stuff like that and I will get so many comments like it's getting really dark, I'm really sorry. But I will get so many comments like I remember one time, which was the only thing that I remember because I kind of blacked out, but the thing that I remember being like, you had this like little kitchen in the back of the store for us. So you had the kitchen, and then right next to the kitchen you had like a room where you could take off your clothes and stuff. Not take off your clothes, but like you can put your bags and stuff. And I was with a colleague there, and the door was open, and the door of the kitchen was open as well, and it was like pretty close. Like if you talked at one side of the room and someone was like on the other side, they could hear you, okay? And I don't know, they were looking at my pictures on Instagram, and she, like the girl that I hated, and she hated me, made a comment that actually made me realize, okay, I should not be treated like that. She said, from one of my pictures, she said, wow, I'm pretty sure you are a beast in bed, or like you are like a sex machine, or like you are a slut. That's what she said, in like, you are a slut. You look like you could be a big slut in bed. Like, who says that? Like, you can say that if you're my friends, like if you're my best friend, like hello Cookie, hello Manu, but like I could literally say that to them, like it's no big deal, because that's how relationship is. But there's a difference between you and your best friend and a colleague that you don't like and that they don't like you. Like, colleagues should not be friends. I mean, you can be friends with colleagues, but like there's like personal life and then like professional life, you know what I mean? So she said that and I was like, oh my god, I was so shocked. Even my colleague next to me was like, are you okay? I was like, yeah, I guess. And I didn't say anything because I remember that one time she and the other manager said to me, if you want to leave, you can leave, but you need to make a decision by the end of the week. So my contract was like on the line because of them, because everyone, I didn't know who to trust, you know. The manager said the colleagues were hating on me, and then my colleagues said the managers were hating on me. It was like a big mess, and I decided to start surround myself with only good people and people who praise you, people who actually have good criticism. Is that how you say it? Like, you know, I don't know, it's just, don't be friends or don't surround yourself with people who only have bad things to say about you or what you do, because it's never going to help you be a better person, and also be a better, like help you love yourself more. You know, if someone is always telling you that your hair looks bad every day, how am I supposed to know how my hair looks for real? How am I supposed to know how to make my hair look good, or I don't know. So I started surrounding myself with good people, and you will see how it helps you mentally. Because so when the girl that hated me on at work left, a new guy came, a new manager, and he had so many positive things to say about me. He couldn't believe that I was here for only 9 months, and my contract was ending in 9 months. He couldn't believe. He thought I was there for like the end, and I was like, well, you know, it's that. But I don't know, my mental kind of went up a little bit. Then I left that dude that was douche that I lived with. My mental went a little bit up, and then I met someone else, which again made me went downhill, and then I left him. And since February, January, I've been single, and let me tell you that it feels amazing. Maybe it's the weather, maybe it's because it's going to be winter and Christmas that I feel a little bit alone and lonely, but I don't want to be with someone, like, you know, when people tell you that you shouldn't be with someone or you shouldn't love someone before loving yourself. I feel like it's not really true in that state that I love my friends, I love my family, I love my pets, and I don't really love myself. There's some stuff that I could change, but it doesn't make me not love people more. But I feel like in a relationship, you cannot expect people or someone to love you 100% if you don't even love you 1%. You know what I mean? Because it's like, well, do you even trust them? If they tell you that they love you, but you don't love yourself, it's like, well, I don't trust you because you love me, but I don't love me, so why do you love me, you know? So I want to be with someone where I don't have to focus my mental on something so stupid, and I want to be 100% in the relationship and not give my like 10% and then the other person have to do like 90% of the work because I'm insecure. So, how I help myself. I've been talking for 26 minutes. How I went from hating myself and not feeling good enough for this world or for my work life or for my love life or for anyone, for myself, is simply by faking it. If that makes sense. Like even on Instagram, if I see someone that I follow using Facetune, like you can kind of see on their page that they are trying everything, the artist, to be someone that they are not, I unfollow. And I don't even think about it. It's just Instagram, you know. It's not like they're going to die because I unfollow them. And I feel like it's good for my mental health, so why not? I do whatever I want that makes me feel happy. I don't want to do something that makes someone else happy and makes me unhappy. I'm not that type of girl anymore. And same, I've been faking loving myself. Every time I go out, I dress cute. If I like, fashion is a big thing in my life. Maybe not makeup. Makeup is a big thing in my life, but not as much as fashion. Like, you can make me wear something super cute and sexy. If I don't wear makeup, I actually don't care. I feel like free. If I know that I look good in my clothes, or I feel good and comfortable in my clothes, then I will look amazing. I fake every day liking myself, and it's working. It's working. It's working a lot, you know? And also, I will not lie. It helps when people tell you that you are beautiful or that you look amazing. It helps a lot. It's compliments. Compliments boost your mental health. And mental health boost your mental. Stop thinking about what other people think and start thinking about how. I mean, when I post a picture of myself and I know that I look good in it, I do not think, yeah. On another note, I need your help. If you are an expert in boys, let me know. Okay, so here's my situation. There's two boys that I like. One is more of a, I want to sleep with him, and the other one is like, I'm kind of in love with him, you know. The first boy I met on... I'm not going to say it, because maybe he's watching my videos and I don't want to. So, if you are, leave. But there's this one boy that I met on the internet. He's just so damn pretty, so damn funny, and we have this like connection. It's like every time I receive like a text or something from him, I get like this weird smile on my face. It's like high school all over again. But the only thing that is sad is that he's in a relationship. So I don't want to do anything until I know for sure that he's either single or in an open relationship. And the other boy is weird because I met him when I was working in H&M, and we had this like flirty, like we were flirting big time. And at the time I thought maybe it's only me, you know, because like I said, if a boy smiles at me, I will think he wants to date me, and that's sometimes not true, you know. Sometimes people are just nice, you know. A smile doesn't mean I want to have sex with me, but my ego inside my head doesn't think that. If you smile at me, you want to sleep with me. Anyway, so we were flirting a lot, and like a ton. Like every time I go there, he would like get all smiled, all smiley, all nice, all like, oh my god, hi, how are you? I was like, hi. He made me prices and stuff, and I was like, you're so nice, bitch. And I would go back to work and I would tell my colleagues, I'm like, oh my god, it's so hot. And one day I remember I was so sad because he shaved his head. But now he looks so hot, you know, like, I will not describe him, but let me tell you that he looks super freaking hot, like wow. And he's super freaking nice. So one day I stopped working at H&M because my contract was ending, and he stopped working in next to me. So I was like, oh my god, where is he? And month has passed, we are on the next year, so this year, and like months has passed, still nothing, you know. I forgot, didn't forget, but I was like, it was in the back of my head, you know. And one day I was on Tinder and I saw him and I was like, oh my freaking god, that's freaking him. So I clicked and we matched it. We matched. I sent him a text like on Tinder and he never answered. And I was like, okay. Maybe he didn't see my messages. Maybe he didn't get the notification. Or maybe he never answered and forgot, you know? So many things. And then one day, he answered. And I was like, oh my god. And I was so excited, and I kid you not, I actually screamed. I was in my bed and I instantly like snapped my friends and like I did a screenshot of it, and I'm like, oh my god, look, he answered after six years, I don't know. And I was so happy. So I messaged him back and then he didn't answer. And I was like, you're playing games and I don't like it. But then we got in this conversation and stuff, and it was great. He made me smile because he said, hey beauty. I was like, me? And he was like, of course you did a great impression of me. I've been looking everywhere for you. And I was like, oh baby. You know, for him I was like, you want some pussy? And I remember, so I was like, oh my, I was screaming so much, god, this is the best day of my life. And so he said that he tried to look for me on social media, that he moved because his work, like he moved from the central store, I don't know how you say it, to the center of the city. And because I remembered seeing him somewhere, and I don't remember. And I was like, oh my god, I'm so happy. And then he said the thing that made me cry. He said that for 7 months he's been in a relationship, and I was like, why? That makes me cry. But he didn't want to do anything before ending everything. I was like, you're a good man on top of everything. Finger crossed, you will hear a lot of stories about him. And maybe one day, and like a crazy amazing reality. Maybe I will make a video which will be the boyfriend tag, and he will be there, and maybe another crazy like video I will do the fiance tag, and one day I will do the husband tag, and then you get the wedding video, and then you will get we are pregnant, and then you will get we just bought a house. You know, crazy things like that that we love on YouTube. You know, my camera is actually pretty great because my battery has been dying since it's been 5 minutes, and right now I've been filming